Hey everybody, what's going on? Rob Cesternino back here once again for this week's Survivor feedback show for a very exciting episode number 3 of Survivor. Happy to have you back here with us, and we have such a treat for you here today because I am so excited to talk Survivor once again with a woman who not only knows Survivor, she is an actress. She is multi-talented, and she's here with us back again today. It is Ghandia, Queen of Thailand. Johnson, Ghandia, how are you?
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Thank you, Rob. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes.
Lot going on in Survivor.
Yes. A lot going on in Survivor.
I have a lot of jokes. I have a lot of things that I'll probably say that will make the contestants not like me very much, but that's all right.
You will say things that, and I will get uncomfortable.
Yes, you will.
Yes.
And you will do that thing where you open your mouth to stutter, but nothing comes out. And then I realize that said something wrong. And then I'll say something.
That's right. And you will use bad words that if people have kids around, they should listen to this podcast after their kids go to sleep.
Unless you curse at them. If you curse at your kids, then you good. You dig what I'm saying? Then they know, right? But no, it's not child friendly. I will try not to curse.
You don't have, I mean,
which I feel like I curse myself now.
Say what you want.
Okay, well then fuck it. Yeah, if you curse at those little motherfuckers, then yeah, you can let them listen. But if you don't want them learning how to curse really well, then don't have them listen to this.
Yeah, I find it very frustrating where I feel like I'm talking to my kids constantly. They don't hear me. Like, Dad, we didn't hear you. But, you know, you watch one show and they say a bad word and it's like, whoa.
I know.
That they hear no matter what.
Because I think kids just really enjoy being cuss police. My oldest son was curse police, 100%. I was cursing him out, getting ready to whoop his ass. And then he said, ass is a bad word, Mom. I was like, this motherfucker is committed to his duties. He was about to put his life on the line to let me know I was cussing. I think kids just like catching us do that. Because we're not supposed to. You know what I mean? That's cute.
That's how they are, Ghandia.
I know. God bless them.
Ghandia, what is new with you before we talk Survivor?
Let's see. So I am really busy with theater right now. I'm casting a show now, and I have a callback that I'm attending tomorrow. And I'm casting 2 shows, and then also I am officially a theater producer.
Oh,
and the theater company that I'm doing public relations, and then I'm also one of the actors, Pop-Up Theater. We just got a grant from the city of Aurora to produce a season, and they gave us a grant, and the first show that we're going to do is going to be Peter Wendy. Our version of it, because the rights are out now, so we're kind of rewriting it a little bit. And one of the things that we're going to do is the part of Wendy's father is dual played by Hook, and so we're going to do Wendy's mom and Hook, and that's going to be played by me, and I'm so excited.
Okay. And you're going to be producing and acting.
Yes, I know that's crazy. That sounds crazy, doesn't it?
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. But I have 2 really good people that are producing it with me. So, and one is the director and one is behind the scenes. So, I'll be able to let go and be an actor. Because listen, I'm ready for my version of Captain Morgan. I can't wait with the mustache and the hook. So I've been waiting for this a long time, so I'm excited about that.
Okay, well, Ghandia, thank you for making some time to talk about a little show we like to call Survivor around here.
Yes, honey, yes, it's really it's surviving. The Survivor is survivoring.
It's survivoring. It's season 42, and we're 3 episodes in. Have you been enjoying this new season, Ghandia?
Yes, tremendously. From crazy, psychotic Marianne's laugh, it's just that part. And, the skinny guy alliance, you've got the one skinny guy left.
Skinny guy alliance. Yeah.
What? That's
R.I.P.
what?
Skinny Guys Alliance.
Yeah, R.I.P. He's gone. The
Mhm.
other skinny guy of the alliance, he gone. Now it's just one little skeleton boy, and he's so skinny. That's why I was glad they got together, because they could support each other. They could put all their bones together and make one good solid,
Yeah.
structure. That little skinny
Like
boy.
if you
I
were
don't know.
making a fire, you would put like the sticks next to each other. Right.
Exactly, the skinny sticks, because they're
Mhm.
gonna light up fast and it's gonna make a roaring flame. But the one of them now he's gone. Now little Zach is gone. Marianne had a crush on his ass. I'm like,
Oh,
okay, wow, yeah.
yeah. What'd you think
So
about that?
I thought, I think that Marianne is adorable, and when she said she gets rejected 100% of the time that she goes on dates, I just loved her. She is the most optimistic optimist in the history of optimistic people. I love her energy. She's so on and happy, and you want somebody like that on the island, but then you want to kill someone like that on the
Mm-hmm.
island.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's a hard kind of personality to deal with a little bit, but I really like her. But when she said that, I was like, okay, girl, go ahead and get your man at the finale. Go ahead and
Mhm.
go to the finale, get your man, girl. And that was cute. She liked the little
Do you think?
wispy white man.
Do you think that maybe you could be a dating coach for Marianne, and maybe you could help her
Definitely.
meet some people?
Definitely. Oh, yeah. Oh, she would catch a gang of men if I was her dating coach. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because she
Mhm.
has this really bright smile, and she has this energy that is just captivating. She just needs to be in front of the right audience
She's going
to
after the wrong guys,
captivate them.
you think?
Correct. I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have to get someone that is on the same energy, either matches it or is kind of accepted of it, like yin and yang, like us, Rob. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's like a
That's
good balance. You got to find someone that's, giving you the energy and can accept yours. And she's a whole bundle, honey. She's like Energizer Bunny with 50 batteries
like
in
the
the
bunny,
back.
Energizer bunny in the mailbox.
Yeah. Yes, she's just, oh, honey, she just, she going all
Mhm.
the time. She going all the time. I'm not fucking with her though. I would not fuck with Marianne. She'll be my friend, because you see how she was chopping that damn wood? She'll chop your neck the same goddamn way. Her ass was precise. She said, wow. I'm like, oh no, I'm not
Here's
fucking with Marianne.
Marianne.
Everybody talking about, yeah, and then yes. I'm like, y'all don't need to be fucking with Marianne. She'll be the last survivor for real.
Mhm.
Killing everybody. Don't mess with her. Just let her be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like her. I really like her. She makes me laugh a lot.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Ghandia, I want to get your take on where we are with this tribal council this week, where it was really a game that has gone. I thought this was
Haywire.
first off, I thought it was very exciting. But when you
Yes.
think back,
Yes.
now this is
Yes.
20 years since Survivor Thailand,
Correct.
and a game that is, almost unrecognizable from the game
Completely
Once Upon a Time.
different. Completely different.
Mhm.
And it's like all the twists and turns and chances that can happen at tribal.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, if you remember, when you go to tribal, that's a wrap. We just
Mhm.
voting. Ain't
Yeah.
no chance, ain't no rocking a bag, ain't no behind door number one. Bob Barker ain't gonna come out and you listen.
That
You
was
ain't
it.
gonna get nothing like that. Do you have a piece of peppermint gum in your purse type shit on Let's Make a Deal? It's all types of shit now. You can do
Yeah.
anything. It's Wheel of Fortune. You spin. I don't know. It's like all of these twists and turns that I think that we were actually doing behind the scenes is now on camera, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So it's like all the little tricks and last minute shit that you try to do before you get in tribal, it's happening on camera. So for a super fan like me, that's super exciting.
Yeah.
And then
So
sometimes it's so
you
fucking
like it.
frustrating.
Yeah.
I like it, but then sometimes it pisses me off.
Yeah.
But then when I get pissed off, I'm still excited about it because it's another twist that I didn't know. Because
Mhm.
I consider myself to be a Survivor aficionado of sorts,
Mhm.
right? And so when something happens where it's a twist, it's like, oh, I did not see that, or they're throwing in another wrench. Why are there so many wrenches?
Yeah.
Who could have so many wrenches? But they do. They're just coming out of everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I
Everywhere.
like that about you, Gandhi, because sometimes I talk to people from our era of Survivor,
Uh-huh.
and they're a little bit like, hey, back in my day, I had to, walk to school up the hill.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
5 feet of snow up the hill with one shoe.
And this is,
And a dog was pulling at my other leg, trying to drag me down the hill, and I still made it to school. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, what I do is I just call an Uber, and it comes to pick me up, and it takes me to school. And school still sucks as much as for me as it did for you. Okay. And I know your ass was doing all that walking in all that snow and shit. You know what I mean? Or maybe if you did, I don't know. It's still, the evolution of the game is what keeps me intrigued, so I can't, I can't feel stuck on how it was when I was doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an OG. So the things that I did was a foundation for what was on the next, and what we did built the foundation for what it is now. You know what I mean? But it had to evolve, or else it would just be boring. It would just still be boring.
And it was not boring on Wednesday night. What were you thinking during this tribal council, where we ended up with sort of a debate between Daniel and Hai over what was going to happen in this 6-person tribe?
Right, because they were the only ones that really had any power left, because everybody fucked up their votes. You know what I mean? And now you have 2 people that weren't even in control of nothing, completely in control of everything now.
Yeah.
The nerds, the fucking geeks was fucking, it was Revenge of the Nerds, Survivor 42 style. You know what I mean? They straight up was nerds. They was the nerds. But nobody expected them to be in charge of nothing. So now all the cool kids are like, oh, I like Dungeons and Dragons. Now everybody's trying to be their friend, right? You know what? I really commend you for being a vegan and having to eat that crap. No, fuck you, Hai. Fuck you. You should have already said you was going to eat meat when you got on this show. This is a survivalist show. Ain't no vegan survivalists. You know what those are called? Animals.
Animals are vegan survivalists?
The animals are vegans, okay? We not... my love of animals. I love animals too. You know what? I love to eat them.
Gandhi, let me play you a question from the listeners.
Okay. All right.
Look, let's talk about a question from Eric. Has a question for you. Okay. Here comes Eric.
Okay.
Hi, Rob and Ghandia. Walk into tribal council, and Hai asks, will you switch your vote to Jenny? What would Ghandia do in Daniel's position?
Okay. All right. I don't know about the walking to tribal council of it all, but why don't we just take that question from where Daniel actually was? Okay. One vote. Okay. Hai says, or basically, okay, you and Hai have to figure out what's going on. Hai is going to vote, Jenny out, wants to keep Lydia. What would you do in Daniel's spot?
Because I have this alliance with Lydia, right? A really cool one that until this time has been undisturbed by anything. Like so I don't, but then there's the self-preservation piece.
Yeah, because if he decides, okay, well, I want to vote out Lydia, then you're going to go to
Then
RHAP.
I'm fucked now. Now the next time we go to tribal, I know definitely they're going to fuck with me, right? So it's kind of, at that moment, I felt like he had to go along to get along for self-preservation. Because you have to think about that in that moment, your alliances and everything is fucking blown up. So now you got to think about the number one person. You got to look out for you. Number one, you. So then your brain thinking, it changes. So now if I vote with him and I get Jenny out, I don't have to worry about being a target for next week. Now I've proven my alliance to, Mr. Vegan.
Yeah.
So I can stay another week. But I wanted to see him and Lydia go a little farther, that alliance.
How so?
But just because I was interested in seeing how that would parlay with the merge and with other tribes. I thought that they would probably be strong together because they don't look like they're aligned.
Yeah. You're talking about
what I mean?
Hai and Lydia or Daniel and Chanel?
Daniel and Chanel.
Yes. Okay. Well, that was really interesting how that started to come apart, because I thought that Daniel and Chanel were maybe the tightest pair of the three pairs on that group.
Yes. And that shit just got blown up.
When push came to shove, Chanel didn't have her vote. And I felt like that Daniel was kind of trying to throw Chanel under the bus.
Bit. Yeah. And you think about it, Daniel had a lot of pieces of information that became privy to him with him not even digging around. They just, you know what I mean? Mike, aka Puerto Rican Poppy, in my DMs. Anyway, Mike shared with him about the idol because he trusts him, and then then he takes that. So he really had a lot of information that he was shifting around and using. So then when it came to tribal and he made that decision, I was not that surprised because he just kind of had it all served up to him on a plate, right?
Yeah. What did you think about the back and forth between Daniel and Chanel? Because he was saying, hey, well, I only did this because it was Chanel's idea. Chanel tell me what to do.
Yeah, so he playing that. Yeah, right. That goofy shit. You playing everybody. So he's trying to. That's that self-preservation. So he's trying to write. He's trying to narrate that story right then.
Yeah.
So then it was like, I gotta get. I gotta. This is my time to protest in front of everyone. I didn't know. Yes, you did. So. I never think that it's a good idea to argue in front of other tribal members.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh shit, okay. And then now you want to try to talk about getting one of them out because that's the problem. One of them can come out now. You know what I mean? It's like that's never a good idea. It's never a good idea. So, but then I love that shit when that shit be breaking down.
Yeah,
I'll be like, oh, with the popcorn, like,
yeah. Except you might be one of the people that's having to draw rocks because of it.
Right. But it's just there's so many now twists when it comes to tribal. I'm so fucking excited to go to tribal because it's not cut and dry. I also like it because it eliminates this type of motherfucker, which I hate. Hey, Ghandia, listen. We really like your contribution to the tribe, but you're next. We've all decided, and you're next to go.
Yeah.
So now, I'm not just done for. I can make a move. I can do something. I can talk to somebody. I can do a rock. I can, I might have extra work. Correct. So now it's not so cut and dry because I hated that shit. I hated when John tried to do that to me on my season. Talking about it's your time to go. It's your time to go, buddy. Fuck out of here. You see who got voted off first? Your ass out of here. That whole there's no one that rules in Survivor while it's happening, but the individual people. Nobody says someone can go. Nobody has that power. So when someone says that, that's it. I think that's a target. Anybody that does that in this game, put it. Your target's there. You're gone. You're not going to make it. You might go a couple weeks or whatever, but I think that's the jinx when you do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Where I think that what Survivor ultimately wants to do is, even though it can feel like that they're injecting a lot of randomness into everything that's happening. I think that what they are trying to do is to make the show unpredictable and also make it so like one group can't necessarily like wield all this power for the entire course of the game.
Correct. Because that was starting to become annoying. Right? That was starting to become annoying to me. But it's exciting. It's this new breath into it. Even the challenges, baby.
Yeah.
They do. People can just listen. They're dangerous. They're dangerous. What did I say? The only way that you quit Survivor is if you die. We had almost a lot of quitters. We almost had a lot of quitters this episode. There was going to be a lot, most quitters in Survivor history because those waves. And I'm like, how the fuck are we going to put a ladder down when there's waves after waves, who was the engineer for this game?
Mm-hmm.
Who engineered this? Because it was ridiculous. I'm like, the ladder's not anchored down to the bottom. This is impossible. I don't know
how.
Really
hard to do with just 4 people. Also, I don't know what they were thinking, even on a nice day.
Who is the engineer of the games these days? Is it Satan? Is it Satan? It's Satan.
So
from South Park. It's Satan from South Park. That's who they got. This fool's wearing a Survivor t-shirt and a hat. Well, I think what we should do is put a ladder, and you have to climb a ladder in the ocean while the ocean. That's a great idea, Satan. Thanks a lot. Big time fan. That's what the fuck is happening. I'm like, these challenges are terrible. And the blindfolded one?
Yeah.
What in the fuck?
Did you have to do a blindfold challenge?
I did. I
feel like they
I feel like there was a blindfold.
It's like one in like the first.
I feel like there was a blindfold challenge. I don't know. I think because I remember running into some shit. I don't know that the blindfold one was triggering to me, especially when motherfuckers was running into shit hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Rocks, is that his name?
Rocks? Right, yeah.
Yeah, Rocks ain't got no more rocks. Now we just call him Roy. He banged his dick so hard on that fucking thing. Oh. He talks like this now. and Marianne knocking her noggin. People's knocking the shit out of their heads. I was like, that's Satan. That's Satan. You know what I think would be great, guys? I'm just going to throw this out there. I say we blindfold everybody, put 3 people on pedestals, and they all have to yell over each other to give individual directions to their people. Yeah. And put all kinds of obstacles so they can really fuck themselves up on. Wow, Satan, you are really killing it. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Satan is like a Superman. Satan has all the buffs from all the episodes. Yeah. Satan's like the super fan. Oh my God. But when Satan meets like somebody like cool like you or me, he like almost pees himself and he gets like, oh, Rob, I've been waiting to meet you. I love your podcast.
Yeah. Well, he's only nice to your face, but meanwhile, like he's like posting on like social media.
My God.
Yeah.
Like perfect like Satan. Perfect Satan. Perfect Satan. And he's making up these goddamn ridiculous ass challenges.
Like 9 accounts also. Yeah. Posting horrible comments.
Ghandia is such a bitch. I cannot believe she did not respond to my DM. Satan has a fucking virtual game. No one signs up for the shit because it's too fucking hard. All the challenges are too hard. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, we almost had some quitters. I don't know. Yeah. Daniel tried to quit the first episode, fucking knocking his shoulder out of place. I'm like, oh, looks like someone's quitting. Yeah, it's really hard. It's really these challenges. I am really I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Maybe because I said some stuff about Jeff's dimples. I'd rather see Jeff's Probst's dimples than to see people die on Survivor.
Yeah, no, that's
okay.
A good,
let me just say that
solid call, Ghandia.
Let's show more dimples and less
deaths,
lives in peril. Yeah, less deaths.
Dimples over deaths, always.
Dimples over deaths. Yes, that's a t-shirt. RHAP. Dimples over deaths, and then just put my name at the bottom like I'm Socrates or something.
Great quote. Ghandia, in the episode this week that we saw Chanel and Omer go to the Shipwheel Island.
Yes.
And they both risked their vote, which ultimately set off the whole chain reaction
of the fuckery of everything falling down.
Yes.
They were the 2 dominoes that fucking fell over too soon before you started it at the beginning. And the rest of it's all fucked up. Yeah. That's what they were.
What do you think Chanel was thinking to risk her vote in that spot?
Well, I think because Omar is this, salt of the earth fellow, and he's very nice guy, very considerate. And I believe that she was thinking, he's going to save. He's not going to risk because he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to risk his vote and risk his tribe getting into trouble. No, he's a good guy. He's not going to do that. He would never risk his vote. That's probably what she thought. She probably was positive that he wasn't going to do it. So she's like, if I do it, then I gain a vote because he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
No.
It's really interesting. I watched this again yesterday, and I noticed that when Chanel goes to go, and she's talking it through before she does it, she talks about how she has made a great bond with Omar, and she felt like he's a really nice guy. And she sort of said that, like, and he knows I'm in a bad spot.
Correct.
And I think that she felt like, oh, okay, he's doing me a solid here. That he's gonna protect his vote because he knows I need extra votes.
Omar, meanwhile, you saw Omar. Omar was like, bitch, I don't know you. Risk. Right? Because it's like, don't assume too much. You just assume too much. Right? You didn't really like get to know him to make that assumption, right?
Yeah.
Because the whole time that they're bonding, she's not really getting to know him and talking to him on the real. When those type of risk or save work is when the two people actually have an authentic conversation. Do you ever notice that? When there's authenticity in that conversation, then those decisions are made based on, I really touched that person. But if you're just being on the surface and then you think that maybe you conned, I think that he gets me or what, bitch, I just met you. You know, I'm here to play like everybody else. That's why when Omar did it, I was like, oh, Omar, okay, Omar. I didn't expect him to do that either. I thought that he would, do the same thing. But he said, nope, I'm here to, it's a risk and da-da-da-da. That's why we came here, because we risking it. Everybody's saying that. Everybody, before they making these weird or dumb decisions, they say, well, I'm on Survivor, and I didn't come here to play safe. I came here to take risks. Not sometimes, no. You got to think about that shit. That shouldn't be the qualifier for you always making a risky decision, because you have to make a sound decision. Right, but it's hard. You're hungry and dirty, and
well, to speak to that also, that Chanel was in the water for the 30 some odd minutes in doing the challenge, right? And then she goes from that, like basically being exhausted from the challenge, and then her and Omar have to go and
immediately after
hike, which there's like a secret scene, and
it's ridiculous. Every time they show that damn thing. That thing is long and hard. And you and I know how they like to fuck with us on that show. They like to fuck with you. So they put you on a boat. This is how my goofy ass would have been like, oh, a boat. Great. Let's go. Oh, a little hike. Probably going to be some food. Like popcorn. And then all of a sudden, after 10 minutes, my fat ass, excuse me, how much longer is this hike? Now, I'm not talking to nobody, but I know I'm talking to somebody. I'm speaking out to the producers, and how much fucking longer? Because that shit is terrible. Now you're exhausted. You have to go up that long ass hike, and then when you get to the top, perhaps it's not in my interest to really get to know him. I just want to get out of here. Right? I'm tired. I want to rest.
Well, I think maybe Chanel wasn't like thinking 100%.
Probably not. No, but that's the reason why they be doing that. That's the reason why they do that. That's why I say Satan is on the team.
They mess with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me bring in another question from the listeners. Okay. This is one from
I love these.
Josh with the Blue Yeti microphone.
Okay.
Question for you. Okay. Here's Josh.
Specific name.
I'm wondering if I have the optimal strategy that Daniel could have employed in that tricky spot he found himself in. What if he had turned to Mike and Chanel and told them, I know that you don't have official votes in this moment, but I want my vote to count for the three of us. I want to move through this together, deciding if we are going to go to rocks to save Jenny. I wonder if he had done that, if Mike and Chanel had decided with him, that it would have dispersed a lot of the blame and responsibility and the spotlight that was solely on him in this moment to be the bad guy for either side. They all came in willing to vote Lydia, and they're now all in the position of potentially going to rocks to save Jenny. The only difference is that he has a vote and they don't. But I'm wondering if the three of them could have come to a consensus on what to do, that he could have moved forward successfully in this moment, building trust and allies. And I don't think they would have gone to rocks anyways.
Okay.
Would love to know what you think. Thanks.
So I kind of think that this is what Daniel was trying to do. Like,
I agree.
I think he wanted Chanel to say, well, yeah, I don't want to go to Rocks. Like, but
Right.
nobody else said, I don't want to go to Rocks except for Daniel. And I
Right.
think he was hoping to, by I think, say, let me get it out there.
Yeah, because
I
he
don't wanna go
thought
to
other
Rocks.
people would jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Right. And then
Right.
when it didn't, then it was
Mhm.
like, so the consensus thing is an interesting point because he's the only one that has the vote.
Yeah.
So even if you have these two people that you're conferring with, at the end of the day, it's still you doing the voting.
Mhm.
Right. So if it ends up, good, then, oh yeah, the three of us decided that.
Mhm.
But if it ends up fucked up, then it's just your ass.
Mhm. Yeah.
And you and I both know that's how it works. That's
Mhm.
how it works. That's I just feel that that's how that would have worked.
Yeah.
I feel like the only way that he would have got out of that situation is by doing the Rocks.
Yeah. Do you think
everybody.
Mike would have gone to Rocks for Jenny?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because Jenny, much like Mariah, is just kind of like a contestant. She's kind of like, there's not a lot that she does for the tribe that makes her pivotal.
It's not what we saw,
I mean, she helped to solve the puzzle, but then that was three of them doing that. You know, understand what I'm saying? Maybe if she was maybe if she was the puzzle one, like always knocking it out with the puzzles, perhaps. But she's kind of like you can lose her early in the game and it won't make a big deal. I don't think she's enough to be risking stuff like that for.
Yeah, the only person that I think it makes sense to go to Rocks in that spot, I think, actually is High. And I know he wants to protect Lydia, but also, I mean, if you're High, then there's 4.
I'm sorry, say that again. Say that again. If I'm what?
It depends. How much.
If you're what? If what?
Ghandia, it depends. It depends how much you get High and where he's coming from.
Yes, I do get High.
Yes.
Oh, you mean I see what you're doing.
And so for him, like there's 4 things that could happen. High gets voted out. That would be bad. But the other 3 things that could happen with the Rocks, Daniel goes home, Mike goes home, Chanel goes home. Those other 3 things are good. Right. So for High, it's not the worst idea to go to Rocks.
Right. I kind of, if I was there, I would have went to Rocks. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. That's that thing. That's when you get that juice, right? Where you get those, what is it? You get those metal butterflies in your balls, that tingling in your ball sack.
Wow.
When you
is that what happened?
Let's go. I'm gonna fucking go to Rocks. Fucking go to Rocks. Let's go to Rocks. Those butterflies like I don't know, some Leonard Skinner songs playing in my head. It's like super, and then you just do it.
That's what happens.
And then you hope that it comes out for you. Right? Much like what was that? Daniel in 41 when he drew the fire. Rock.
Oh no, yeah. Deshaun, do or die. Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know. It's like this season now, and last season, when motherfucker wins an immunity challenge, I start crying low key, not sobbing, but the well comes to my. It happened because I rewatched them this morning before the podcast just to see if it would happen, and I just I got water on my eyes and then I laughed. It's a chuckle. Episode? Yes. Okay. And last week too.
Yeah.
But this week more. I didn't do it, but this week I did it a lot.
What were you crying
more.
About?
It was the triumph of the tribe when they won.
Yeah.
I can feel I feel their angst. I feel their anguish. It's powerful. But it makes me feel like a real fucking wimp too. Because I feel like and then even like when I was doing it, because I was watching with my headset on my Roku, and my boyfriend was sitting at the desk doing his homework, and I kept going. And then I started laughing, kind of laugh crying. And I think after a couple times, he's like, what the fuck are you doing? What is going on over there? I said, it's just so emotional. I think it's because I just I'm so invested in, I want everybody to win because the Flint situation and taking that, and that's so crucial because they don't have anything. And so it just feels like I'm watching like this super compelling emotional thing. And I just
you're really in it.
I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm really in it.
Now, do you feel like, is it because you're so in it because of this season? Or do you feel like, is it that if you had not played the game that you wouldn't be the same way?
It's definitely that. It's definitely the latter. It's definitely because I know what it feels like. I know that heartbreak. I know that triumph. I know, I just know it. And it just, it just really started happening. And it's actually kind of cool. But then it's like, I feel kind of wimpy, but I get it. I completely get it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So I'm completely wrapped up in it.
Well, that's so good to hear. Yeah, these survivors are you know, it hits different now.
Oh, it does. I mean, even like Omar telling his tribe that he's Muslim and he's gonna go to the beach a couple times a day to pray. And then Marianne's like, well, I'll weave you a mat.
Yeah.
And she weaves him a prayer mat out of palm fronds. And I'm like, if this is not the most beautiful fucking rainbow coalition fucking survivor I've ever seen, it might be that too. It's all the compassion.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, when those challenges happen, I'll be on my edge of my seat. So yeah.
And you like getting all the stories from the different players?
I do. I love the backstories. It is amazing and exhilarating to me how this game has evolved to the phenomenon that it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of a staple of the world. Like everyone in the world knows about it. Everyone is excited about it. Everybody wants to do it because it's still just an amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love it. I love it.
Okay. Ghandia, let me bring up another question.
Okay.
One more about this Vati tribe, tribal council.
Okay.
This is one from Nick from Toronto. As a question for you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to ask me a boot?
Okay.
Hey, Rob and Ghandia. This is Nick from Toronto. My question's more of a strategy question. Should Daniel and Chanel, knowing that Chanel and Mike don't have a vote, have instead convinced Hai and Lydia to vote out Mike? This would then allow Jenny to vote in the revote, giving them a 2-to-1 advantage in the revote. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you notice, Daniel talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Voting Mike out. Did he not?
Remind me what he said.
I thought Daniel, maybe that was in his confessional when he was talking about if we get rid of Mike, or maybe I was thinking that, but I was like, if you get rid of Mike, that's the problem right there. Then everybody gets to vote. It's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's easy.
So
it would have been much easier.
What would it look like? Okay, so it's then 2 votes on Mike, 2 votes on Lydia,
right?
And so then
go back for a revote.
Go back on the revote. So now Jenny can vote on the revote. Correct.
Correct.
So yeah, that's actually
so that would have worked. So the math is mathing on that.
Yeah,
that would have worked.
That's a good point. I haven't seen that this week. Good job, Nick from Toronto.
Yes. He gets the ding, 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 ding RHAP caller question of the week.
Caller question of the week. So, Gandhi, you caught that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if I remember correctly, he did say that. He mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think I made a note about it. I'm like, Puerto Rican Poppy. No, Puerto Rican Poppy can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
That's my man. Hoboken. Yeah, he can't vote. No. Nope.
So the problem there, I think, might be, and even if they said, okay, let's do that, Hai and Lydia have to want to do that. You know, it's
right.
Like, I don't think Hai and Lydia were like, hey, who do we vote out, Mike or Jenny? I think Hai and Lydia wanted to vote out Jenny. Like, I don't think you could have talked them into necessarily vote out Mike because they felt like, okay, we need Mike for the challenges.
Yeah, and Mike's a big, strong, firefighter, retired fire. He's an asset. And he's like that, one of those good salt of the earth type guys, right?
Yeah.
So he's a guy that you can keep around a long time. And then when it comes to individual immunity, then you can go at him that way. Yeah. But group challenge, you got to keep somebody like him around.
Gandhi, we saw that Mike has the beware advantage. He shared that information with Daniel.
He is gonna fuck that up. He can't even remember what the fuck to say. That's what I'm gonna say. He probably will not say those words correctly. He done lost the idol twice. Do you see what happened?
Yeah, one time he couldn't find it, but then Daniel
and you're the actual idol.
You do paralegal work. You can relate to this of wanting to reread the idol clue.
Yes. You memorize it. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. Well, then you're gonna fuck it up. You gotta say exactly what the fuck you're supposed to say.
Yes. Well, as an actress, do you feel like that this would be no problem for you to memorize the line?
One word? No. Because I'm saying it to myself walking all the way back to camp. Right. And then my ass, while I'm doing chores, I would just say it, to make it part of something that I like to say all the time, Yeah. And then when it comes to tribal, I'm saying it in such a way in the conversation that, it just comes off like, oh, Ghandia didn't get enough protein today. She's saying goofy shit type shit.
Yeah.
But he don't even remember what the fucking words are. He remembers that he doesn't like soccer. Yeah. Right. So from that point, when he makes that connection that he fucking hates soccer, it should be his agenda to memorize the line because of the ridiculous of it. Right. But he's not thinking that. He just like, I don't even like soccer. I even tell my kids soccer sucks or whatever he said.
Yeah. He hates it.
Right. So he's programming himself really not to get that fucking phrase right. So that's that. A guy like that getting a specific phrase and having to remember that, to me, is comedy. Because I don't know if that's why having somebody like Daniel to help him remember it, that's, you know what I mean? And then Daniel's running him because Mike's not sure of the power that he has. I don't like that.
What would you do if Daniel lost your clue to the idol?
I would punch him in
and his
idol. Dislocate his shoulder. I would tackle that motherfucker and pop his shoulder out. And I'd be like, that's what you get. Losing that idol. Shit. His arm would just be dangling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you get. Yeah. I would really be upset. I don't know if I would punch him or dislocate his shoulder, but I would be really upset.
Yeah.
Luckily they found it.
Yeah.
That's why you got to be careful who you tell people when you got the idol. I don't know if I would tell nobody else that I had it, to be honest, Rob.
Yeah.
Unless I absolutely necessarily had to. I'm not really telling nobody that I have
well, make it so you kind of have to tell people now.
I know. It sucks. That part sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to keep it to myself like an affair. Like you're supposed to.
Right. Is that good practice for Survivor? Because then that's like a secret you have to learn how to keep.
You have to learn how to keep some secrets.
Yeah.
And not only learning how to keep them, but when to use them and expose them. That is a key strategy in playing. Okay. Yes. You have to know when to, like that old Kenny Rogers song. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. That's right. That's right.
That was about having an affair.
That one's about gambling.
Oh,
gambling, as you know, is an affair. You got to know when to do those things. You know what I mean?
An affair is a gamble, or gambling is an affair?
Everybody that's had an affair knows it's a motherfucking gamble. And if they fucking write in and call in and say it's not, they a goddamn lie. You a lie. Everybody knows that. An affair
gamble.
is a gamble.
Mhm.
It's not, you don't know how it's going to come out. It's a 50-50 chance you're going to get fucked up.
It's a shot in the dark.
It's a shot in the dark. Exactly. It's a fucking shot in the dark. So don't do it, kids. Don't do it.
Let me ask you. How about a question about the shot in the dark? Okay, Felipe has
that's
a
a very
question
good
for you.
segue.
Okay, that's really good. Felipe wants to ask you about the shot in the dark.
Blue Pill
Hello,
wants
Rob.
to ask
Hello,
me about shot in the
Ghandia.
dark. Okay.
This is me, Felipe, calling all the way from Los Angeles. And my question is on the shot in the dark. Now, could Daniel, Chanel, Jenny, Mike, whatever conglomerate of the four, try to flush Lydia shot in the dark? So then she doesn't have a vote. Then they can get around this. I know Chanel's probably only on camp for like 20 minutes or something before going back, just like Abby was last season. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Should they try to flush the shot in the dark? Is that emergent gameplay moving forward?
Okay.
Have a lovely day.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
let me
nice.
try to put that a little bit more succinctly.
Yeah.
And
You're
great
trying
job.
to
by
force
Felipe.
someone.
Basically, like
Force someone to
could
decide
they
to
all
take a shot
say
in the dark.
instead of like trying to like be like Daniel and Chanel playing the middle, what if Daniel and Chanel with Mike and Jenny say, hey, sorry, Lydia, we're voting for you tonight. Sorry about that. Sorry for you. Only way out, you better play the shot in the dark. And then she plays the shot in the dark. So
But then that bitch can win.
she could, but it's only 1 in 6 shot.
I know.
I mean, then she'd lose her vote, and then she couldn't tie up the vote.
Right. That might have been that actually sounds like a good idea. Felipe.
But I think that the problem was Chanel doesn't know, like, for in her mind, like it's like, I might not have a vote, but I might. So it's like she has to then be acting to do all that in the definitive of like, I've definitely lost my vote, and this is what I'm, and she just doesn't know until tribal council.
No idea. So it's like, I mean, you could do that, but the chances of that actually happening, you have to be a fucking mastermind. You got to be like on some Richard Hatchery type shit.
And also, like, I don't think you kind of want Mike and Jenny freaking out to the point where if Mike and Jenny get desperate enough, I guess they could go to Hai and Lydia and say, look, F Daniel and Chanel.
Right. Let's get them the fuck out of here type shit.
Vote for one of them, not us.
Correct. Right. So it kind of could cause more of a explosion, you know, than someone just going along quietly and like, oh, I'm just gonna play my shot in the dark. No. It's a good idea in theory, but I don't think practically it would work.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about one of the other tribes.
Let's talk about skin that's glowing on Ghandia right now.
Oh, yes.
I got a new light and I really like it. So
yes. Okay. What kind of light? Is it a ring light?
No, it's a bar light.
A bar light. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's just a bar. So I find that it's providing some adequate light, and I'm sorry, I just really got into my skin. Sorry.
Yeah. Look, I think that's important to stop down.
You know, I do take those beauty tangents, Rob. I was trying to be good, but I just couldn't. And I was like, oh, what?
Look.
Okay.
You got to say it.
You don't get to be the queen of Thailand by not making random comments and compliments about yourself. So there we go. All right, I'm focused.
Okay.
I'm focused now.
Ghandia, do you miss that Jeff isn't talking to us at home so much this season?
Yes, but do you notice that he's talking too fucking much during the challenges?
No.
Shut the fuck up, Jeff. Stop talking. Shut up.
Is it taking you out of it? You're really
Jesus Christ. He talks too much. You know what I mean? It's like when you're trying to have sex with somebody and they're just like talking to you. Just shut up.
Oh my God, I hate that, Ghandia.
Shut up.
I know.
Stop talking.
Oh my God.
You're talking too much. You're talking it into a desert. Stop talking so much. Shut up. Bitches do it too. Oh, dad, shut up. Shut up. Stop talking.
That's the worst.
He is like doing that shit. Like when they had the blindfold one where everybody's yelling. He's like, everybody's trying to talk over each other and the teams are talking. I'm talking. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
I said, do you think that's what happened to Roxroy? Jeff was talking too much?
Right. Yes. It's too much. I've had this same stance about this man.
Yes.
His dimples are fabulous. He fine as hell. Oh, I like looking at him. But he's like one of those really hot guys. It's not very smart. Don't talk so much, honey. Just I just think sometimes he's talking. I like that he's not talking to us that much. But I think overall there's too much chatter. Too much chatter. When you can talk? When you let them come in from the ocean so that they all don't turn into quitters.
You think he should have talked sooner on that front?
Yes. And the time when you should be talking to bring them in, your ass talking about some other shit. The waves are just crashing over and over. If you don't call these people in before you have a dozen quitters on Survivor, shut up. I need you to talk when you need to be talking. The talk ain't talking, Jeff. Stop it. I'm sorry.
The one person
it's a trigger. It's a trigger for me.
I get it.
When you say Jeff and talking, that's a trigger for me, Rob.
The one person that didn't have any trouble with the challenge was Jonathan.
You talking about Bigfoot in human form?
Yeah.
Listen. I know that Survivor is very open to casting everyone, but when you cast Bigfoot just because he narrowed his whole body down and he's gonna compete, that is Bigfoot. Ain't nobody noticed that's Bigfoot? Ain't nobody noticed that? That's Bigfoot. His man, listen,
he's huge.
He's huge, and he's got this gargantuan strength.
Yeah.
I'm like, did this fool just do the whole challenge by his damn self? Damn near.
Yeah.
That's Bigfoot. Look it, the hair is a giveaway, because he wanted to keep a little of his Bigfoot flavor. But he really nared his whole. Listen, that man, I don't know. You're gonna have to he's gonna go all the way to the. I see him going to the final four because he's just a big old ball of muscle meat.
Yeah.
Can't nobody stop him. He's like an action figure that came to life.
Yeah. In this season, who's going to stop him?
No one. And then he's like the coolest guy. So he's like the Big Lebowski when you're chilling. And then when you're in challenges, he's fucking He-Man.
Yeah.
And, he chops with a machete with one hand. That's a strong ass motherfucker. If he got whack with one hand.
Yeah, nobody else can do it. I mean, they've shown lots of other people trying to cut the coconuts open. Yeah.
No, he's my Survivor crush. I love him. Bigfoot. Jonathan, a.k.a. Hairless Bigfoot. That's him. You can't convince me he's not Bigfoot. Watch when his mama show up. His parents don't show up. His dad's going to have a really big beard.
What a twist that would be, Ghandia.
And no one knew that he was Bigfoot. We had no idea that he was Bigfoot. I mean,
they haven't shown his background story.
No, because he's in the woods. Because he's been living in the woods for centuries.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, about to shave it off. I'm about to show him what Bigfoots are all about. That's what's going to come out in the finale. Jeff's going to bring out pizza. And then, this guy's going to go grab a fish right from the ocean and just come in and just start eating the shit. Then all of a sudden his hair just starts growing really fast on his face.
Well, and then he did want the fishing gear.
He did. Because he wants to cover up the fact that he could just go in the ocean and just fucking swipe the motherfuckers like a bear. He's either a Bigfoot or part bear or something. I don't know. Maybe he's a minotaur and then he was able to get the horse part hidden. I don't know. Maybe that works like a mermaid. I don't know. But that man is genetically engineered for survival.
Yeah.
Survivor. Yeah, that's Mr. Survivor. Not what the fuck Jeff Probst was doing. That's
Survivor guy. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's the dude he imagines himself as when he thinks of himself as Mr. Survivor. Jonathan's ass. So Jonathan
he said at the end of the
is
challenge,
Jeff Probst's spirit animal.
Yeah, Gandhi at the end of the challenge, he said, Jonathan, I just want to say, I've watched a lot of challenges and I've never seen any of that, or that was one of the best individual efforts I've ever seen.
Yep. Jeff got a little chubby off of Jonathan.
Sorry for you. Yeah.
He got a little man crush on Jonathan. He liked Jonathan. When he imagined himself as Mr. Survivor, that's what he imagined he looked like. Knocking it out with those challenges.
Okay.
You crushing on Jonathan. That's so cute. They have a bromance.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's here. It's already here.
It's already here.
Did you see that? If you could have made heart eyes on Jeff when he said that to Jonathan, that's what he looked like, an emoji with the heart eyes when he was saying it.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched a lot of Survivors. Boink, boink. That's the best boink, boink that I've ever seen. Boink, 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 boink. That's him batting his eyes at you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's impressive. So, Ghandia, so that tribe is very interesting. And a lot of the Survivor fans have started to think about, wait a second, this tribe before, what could happen if they go to tribal council? Let me play you a question from one of our listeners. This is one from Ben. Okay.
This is Ben from Toronto/Atlanta. I was thinking about the Taku tribe and what could happen if they go to tribal council, because we know that Marianne can't vote until that third idol is activated. And we also know that that Omer can't vote because of Shipwheel Island and risking his vote. So hypothetically, only Lindsay and Jonathan can vote. What happens if they vote against each other? That would be a tie vote, but we know that typically those who are voted against in the ties don't get to revote. I'm just kind of curious. We've never seen something like this where there are only 4 people at a tribal, but only 2 people eligible to vote. And I think this could lead to some super interesting outcomes if the Taku tribe ends up going to tribal next episode. Really curious to hear your thoughts and to sort of play out some potential scenarios. And what does this mean? Are they going to rocks? Is there a fire making challenge? Just super fascinated. This is really uncharted territory. Thanks so much.
Oof.
Ghandia,
He has a solid point.
People are thinking about this. Our own Derek Stasinski, he had a viral tweet about this, about what happens with this Taku tribe, where if, Marianne, she can't vote.
No.
Omer doesn't know he can't vote yet. Only
No,
Lindsay,
but he can.
Yeah. Only Lindsay and Jonathan have votes. They could vote for each other.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. Nobody is voting for He-Man /Bigfoot. Who would vote for him?
In the preview, it was like, oh, Jonathan is getting on our nerves now.
Okay, so if they vote for each other, fuck. I don't know how that happens. I don't know what you do. I guess you go to the rocks. Or you do a rock, paper, scissors. I don't know. Does
everybody draw rocks in that spot?
I think so, because no one has votes.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. So Jonathan and Lindsay vote for each other.
If they voted for each other,
that cancels each other out. Can't happen.
Right. And then that's a tie, and it's like, okay, well, they can't vote. You can't vote.
But you can't get Omar and Marianne to vote because they don't have votes.
Mm-hmm.
So then everybody got to pull rocks. That's how it goes.
Does everybody have to pull a rock?
Everybody has to pull rocks. Everybody got to pull rocks. That's the rule. That's what I say. How? Because now it's a chance for everybody. We have to. How else are you going to resolve it, Rob?
So
what are you going to do?
Well, I wonder, I have a couple of thoughts on this. Now, I feel like because we talk about this all the time with back in Survivor Game Changers when Suri ended up, that everybody else played an advantage and Suri was the only one. Like, what if Suri had something and didn't go home? I just feel like that. Okay, it's like, all right, well, let's now. Okay, all the advantages have been played. Let's vote again. It's a new thing, and now nobody has any advantages. Like I've thought about that before.
How do you?
But I just wonder, could you just send everybody back to camp? It's like, all right, well, the tribal council has ended in a stalemate. Everybody go back to camp.
Oh, I say that. That's unheard of.
Does somebody have to give? I know it's a 26-day season, but
somebody got to go. Everybody got to go. Every tribal council, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you're gonna add it. Then nope, the math is not mathing.
Then
somebody's got to go.
Out.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
And then it's the same thing, but we're gonna do it right here at tribal.
Yeah.
It's the same premise as what you're saying, but we're just gonna handle it today.
Yeah.
So everybody's off the table. Everybody got to do rocks. What? That's not fair. I don't give a fuck. Survivor's not fair. So this is what we're doing. Because you two goofies gave up your vote. I can't give those back to you guys. Okay. You two goofies are voting for each other. So there's nothing's going to happen. So everybody pull rocks. And that's what we're gonna do. And somebody gonna go home tonight, because somebody going home tonight. Let me when I'm hosting Survivor, that's how it's fucking going. Ain't nobody getting off the hook.
Oh wow, that'd be wild if you were hosting Survivor.
I would love that. I had a dream of. I've had several dreams about it lately. So
yes,
I need Jeff to go on. Come on, Daddy. Come
Here,
on.
let me just let's just finish talking about this, and then I want to hear about your dream about hosting Survivor.
Okay.
But I wonder if maybe the rock draw should only be at that point Marianne and Omar, because that just like where Jenny and Lydia were immune.
Because you risked your shit, so you got to sacrifice.
Yeah,
that's what you did.
So
With
I think
great
it would
risk
be
comes a great reward or a great tragedy.
I think that Marianne and Omar, by their own, punishment of that, you risk your vote. You have no say.
So this is what happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't protect yourself from this rock draw. So I think it's either a rock draw. Honestly, I don't know if it's two people.
Y'all got to pull some fucking rocks. One of y'all going home.
They might make them make a fire in a 2-person like that.
But I like that. I like that the people that risked their vote, those are the people that have to do it if there's a stalemate. But in this situation, that's exactly what it's going to have to be.
I think it's unlikely that Lindsay would vote for Jonathan and Jonathan.
No one's voting for. Okay, I'm
going
to tell you this right now, and I'm going to put a little bet on it. No one's voting for Jonathan.
Okay.
No one's voting for Jonathan. No one's
This
voting
week?
for Jonathan next week. No one's voting for Jonathan.
Well, let's see if they go to trial council.
No. I don't think they'll go to trial council. Because you know why? Because Bigfoot is on their tribe. Bigfoot ain't losing no challenges. Come on. You saw that challenge. Everybody saw that shit. Ain't no human being doing that. What was he raised on? Dirt and milk and grass? What the hell? And kryptonite? I don't know. He's like
dirt
Superman.
And milk and grass and kryptonite. A lot of stuff going on.
And protein powder.
Protein powder, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know?
Tell me about your dream where you were hosting Survivor.
So the dream was at the end of a show at a finale. And Jeff announced that there, a lot of changes in Survivor, and here's the biggest one. There's a new host, and so they invited me to the finale. But I thought it was on some rap shit.
In the finale, he announced he was stepping down, and there was going to be a new host. And did he say it was going to be you, or he just said
yes? And then everybody went crazy.
Wow, that must have been.
But I was there on some rap shit. We were there on. I was there with you.
With me.
Right. All of us were there. Okay. Chappelle was there. Now I sound like this. This sounds like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
and you were there, Chappelle, and you were there.
So wow, this must have been very humbling for Jeff to announce that he is stepping down. The beloved host of Survivor is stepping down.
Yep.
And that Ghandia is replacing him, only to be met with thunderous applause.
Yeah, crowd goes crazy. Internet
crowd goes
broken.
crazy. Yeah. What was Chappelle doing?
Chappelle was crying.
Yeah. Did he know?
Clapping.
Did he know that this was?
And your mouth was just like, you kept going? Did you know? Why did you tell me? Why did you tell me? I'm like, I didn't know. But I was lying because we did talk about it. We had to have. You don't just make that announcement just out the blue.
Yeah, but you told me, and I just didn't remember.
No, I did not tell you.
But you could, Gandhi, you could tell me.
I could have told you.
You could.
No, fuck no, I can't tell you something like that, Rob.
Why? You think I would?
If they gonna make me the host and they say don't say shit, I can't tell you. I would low key tell you. I would do sign language. I'd be like,
I could, walk you through like some, do's and don'ts. Yeah.
And then the next part of the dream, before I woke up, I was actually hosting the show. And I remember I just felt so like bursty. Like this is I can't believe this.
Right.
It's like
you are
true.
A great actress. Do you think that you could, from what you remember, and maybe if you could you give us the opening of Survivor 43 with you as the host?
Like right now, like all of the words.
I mean, it doesn't have to be right now. Maybe in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, hell yeah, I could. Yes. I could totally do the opening.
Yeah.
But it would be my own version.
Yeah, of course. You have to, if we wanted a Jeff impersonator, we've got to find those all over the place.
No, first of all, Jeff impersonates me because I have the dimples. You dig?
Yeah.
Right. His are really deep. Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah, I could totally do the opening. How many castaways are there?
Probably-
26?
Well, I mean, that sounds like
How
a
do
lot.
you start?
I'd say it's 20 people.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. I can feel
Okay.
the juice.
Okay. All right. What do you need me to set the scene?
Yes.
And everything?
Yeah. You got some music? Give me some
Okay.
music.
Well, what kind of music do you want?
I want something. I want something kind of like Survivory, but with a little hip hoppery.
Survivory with a little hip hoppery. Boy, that's tough on the spot,
All right,
Ghandia.
let's just do a Survivor. Let's just do a Survivor song.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna knock this out.
Okay. And again, I don't want to get a copyright strike on YouTube.
There you go. 20 castaways competing live, life or death, win or lose. People from all over the world come here to experience this journey on Survivor to become number one. Now, come with me as we find out who is the ultimate survivor. Cue music.
Wow. Oh my God. I got chills, Ghandia.
Chills went down my legs. I am not lying to you.
Yes.
I did that 100% to camera.
Yeah. And that was one
Did you
take.
like it?
That was one thing. I
One
did like
take.
that.
Yeah?
I did like
That
that. How
felt
would you be
good.
at the tribal councils?
Oh, I'm keeping it real. I'm kind of like a little bit of, what Ghandia does, a little bit of the dozens. I'm going to make the contestants laugh. I'm going to ask tough questions. If I see weird ass body language, I'm going to call that shit out. If someone says something, really out of pocket, I'm going to say, are you just going to let them? You're just going to let him say that to you right now in tribal. You're going to let him say that you didn't do shit at the, I can't curse. You're just going to let him say that you didn't do anything at tribal. Are you kidding? You're going to let him go? That's me. I feel like a little bit of the instigator, a little bit of the,
you would stir the pot.
A little bit funny, make it, funnier, but I'm not talking too much. Not talking too much at the tribals. You have to be able to interject, but not too much.
Yeah. What about at the challenges? Would you not talk that much because you said you don't like that?
I would talk, but it would be in line with what they're doing. It would be funny. It would be good. It would not be annoying.
Yeah.
It would be enjoyable. I might be just slightly annoying, but you still like it. That's what I think. I'll be just annoying enough to where you still like it.
Let me ask you a question. What would you say to Marianne when Marianne starts and tells this story?
Going to tribal sucks. And it kind of reminds me of the classic tale of the bunny rabbit eating its dinner in the mailbox. You know that one?
I don't. Tell me.
So you see your mailbox and you open and there's a bunny rabbit and you're like, what's this bunny rabbit doing here? It's like you don't know the whole story unless you're the bunny.
Yeah, what would you respond to her?
Girl, what the fuck is you talking about? You need some protein. You need to eat. It's obvious that you guys need some protein. So let's get this reward challenge started. See if you can win some protein, girl. Your brain ain't working right. I ain't never heard nothing like that.
Yeah.
What are you talking? I'll be like, what is you talking about? Huh? How did the rabbit end up in the mailbox, Marianne?
Right. If somebody puts a rabbit in your mailbox.
Why is the rat? So you telling me a rabbit crawled into the mailbox and closed the door behind itself and is waiting in there? For what?
Yeah.
He thinks I'm going to mail him a carrot? What are you talking about? No one knows how it got there except the rabbit. I can see why.
Somebody knows.
I can see why she misses 100% of the shots she
Like somebody's sending you a message with that rabbit.
Hell yes. Marianne, someone put a rabbit in your mailbox, girl. No, they did not want to go on a date. She's like, the only way that's how they got in there is the rabbit. What are you talking about? Rabbits do not climb into mailboxes. People put them in there.
That's right.
Hand rock the cradle type shit. Marianne
Is
got
that
a
Hand Rock
stalker.
the Cradle or
Mary-
Fatal Attraction?
Okay, what? Which one put the rabbit in the pot? Fatal
That's
Attraction.
Fatal Attraction, yeah.
Okay, but that Rebecca De Mornay Hand the Rock the Cradle, that bitch was the same. They was on that same
no, they're
energy.
both. You know, there were some. You know,
Right. Goes
know
back to my previous.
right.
That affairs are a what?
Gambling.
A gamble. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So true.
Both of those did not turn out well, did they? No, they did not. And both of those were a what? Affair. A gamble.
Ghandia, do you have any thoughts about the Blue Tribe that we haven't really seen too much of them in the last couple of weeks?
That's because they've been winning, yes?
They've been winning.
Yes.
They had Zach in the first episode, but then really since then, it's been pretty quiet over there.
And then you have Drea that has the extra vote.
She's extra vote. And also the amulet advantage.
Oh.
From the first episode when she and Hai and
Lindsay, right.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. When they ran and they put the fake blood on.
Yes.
Which was the goofiest. It was like Survivor Community Theater. And then Lydia's ass. Oh my God, you're bleeding. Okay, listen here, little Lily White. Ain't never been nowhere, gal. You think he's bleeding all over like that? Yes. So she's really got some advantages. Yes. So she's working her tribe. I like what she's doing. She's playing both sides. But you and I both know, Rob, in Survivor, you cannot serve two masters.
You have to pick a side.
Yeah, pick a side. So she's trying to do this female alliance, which ultimately will fail because we know female alliances, they don't work. Historically, they don't. Maybe there'll be one that works, but they don't classically work. It's interesting to see how she's going to play that. I mean, because if you have two alliances, it's going to get sticky. So I say pick a side now and pick a side early because she has all the advantages to do whatever she wants to do, but she needs to focus and direct and start putting the pawns in place so that, she can advance herself to the individuals in the merge, which I don't know when that's going to happen. What we got? Maybe one more episode.
I don't know. In the last season, I think we got in the sixth episode. It was like a 2-part merge episode with the Hourglass. Did you like what they did with the Hourglass last season?
No, these are not the days of our lives. I'm gonna need you to do something else. No, I did not. I didn't. No, I need something more exciting. Merges are exciting.
Yes.
I need some exciting shit to happen at a merge.
Not that exciting with the Hourglass.
No.
That was too exciting.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of people going to disagree with me, but
everybody hated that Ghandia.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So it's just like
we talked to you like in the first half of the season. Did you like how season 41 played out?
I like the winner. I like how that happened. I thought it was amazing. How the finale happened right after the last show.
Yeah.
Pretty major twist.
You like that?
No, because as a contestant, I'm like, I can't shower. I can't do nothing. We get some pizza and some champagne or whatever, but can I take a shower first?
No,
I just need to wash up my parts.
Right into it.
Because I stank. And then the crew, everybody's smelling good, but us. We stink. It's like having a surprise party for a bunch of bums. I mean, it's good at first. I mean, in theory, right? But after that 2 pieces of pizza, you're like, I need to wash my ass crack. Can I just go and sleep,
after we finish,
and then I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's how you would do it when you were.
It was
hosting.
on some Truman type shit. I didn't like that. Yeah, it's like release these people, please. Let's release them. We can, it's just the production part of the finale, and it's like a movie, and now we're here and we're in the studio, and that Hollywood part of it, I like that part. That's part of the romance.
When they have the reveal in Los Angeles,
know.
Yeah.
It's like a guy asks you out to dinner versus, you get over his house. He's like, you know what? I just made these TV dinners and I thought we could just Netflix and chill. What the fuck? I put on a whole dress.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's like, I don't know. I think everybody should get that Hollywood like red carpet experience because it's fun. And you're out in this wilderness and you're doing these things and you just want to be, a glamorous person.
Right. I mean, I think they would still do a finale, like if they could, I think they were sort of like.
I think 41 fucked it up for everybody. I think it's gonna be like that every time.
Even after COVID, there is.
I think that right, and then they're gonna do it like like right after a challenge, standing there for long ass time. Okay, Survivor now, party. It's too much. It's like so much stimulation. I just want to. I don't know. I could be wrong. It was different, but I was like, and I think I feel that way because I was on the show. It was just like I just wasn't with that action. Yeah.
Gandhi, let me ask you a question from Patrick M, who says, if you found a beware advantage, could you throw it in the fire instead of just opening it? What would you do?
Oh my God. I could say
would you open it? It's a gamble.
I could not throw it in the fire. I'm really trying to sit here and say that I could throw it in the fire. I could not.
Everybody would open it.
If I threw it in the fire, I'd be fucking wondering what it was. But then I might be that bitch that throws it in the fire and then that tribe was like, I found the idol. But you know what I did? I threw that shit in the fire. And then everybody be like, oh.
Ghandia, how could you?
Yeah. Then I get voted out next for that bullshit. So if you throw it in the fire, you can't tell nobody you threw it in the fire.
But you would open it, right?
I'd fucking open it.
Yeah.
Could I open it and then throw it in the fire?
No. Why? I think your vote would be gone.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Once you open it, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
But you don't know what it is until you open it. Does it say beware on the outside?
It says beware on the outside.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm throwing that shit in the fire.
Throw it right
beware. You know how black people are. We don't be taking a lot of risks. Throw it in the fire.
Throw it right in the fire. Okay. What'd you think about this that Marianne said this week about that she's seen every episode of Survivor except for.
I've watched every season except for 6 episodes of Token Teens.
She watched every episode of Survivor except for 6 episodes of Survivor 18.
Huh. Oh, jeez.
She watched all of Survivor Thailand, Ghandia.
Jeez. That poor thing. Bless her heart.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
She's a little weird one. She's like a super fan on top of a super fan with some super fan whipped cream and nuts and a cherry. She's like a super fan sundae. Wow. She's seen every episode of Survivor except for 6 episodes of 18.
Yeah. Now, she said on Twitter, okay, we like to talk about some of the social media from the Survivor contestants. And she said that the reason was that because she was watching it with her mom before she left to go play Survivor. And then the problem was that she didn't. Her mom wasn't around to finish watching it before she left.
So she would have watched.
She would have watched them. It was no offense to the people that were on Survivor Tocantins.
Right. Damn, that's some studying. Who does that?
Yeah.
That's a lot of hours of dedication.
Yeah.
That's what, like a month of watching Survivor back to back?
That's a lot of Survivor.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Do you think it helps you to watch that much Survivor, Ghandia?
No. Fuck no.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine watching that much Survivor. That's a lot of shows. So she started from episode 1.
Yeah.
With Richard Hatch.
Yep.
That's crazy. She's different. I don't think I can watch all of that. I wouldn't watch all of that. I don't know if watching that much Survivor adequately would prepare you for a game.
Yeah.
You know, I think if
Especially
you
now
watch
when
one
they said,
season, yeah, you watch
hey,
1, 2
forget the
seasons,
first
you're good.
40. We're making up a whole new thing now.
Yeah, you just need to know how to swim. You
Mhm.
need to know how to talk to people. You need to
Yeah.
know how to not talk to people. You need to know how to give orders. You need to know how to take orders.
Mhm.
You need to be able to eat anything.
Mhm.
And if you don't sunburn too bad, that's a plus as
That's
well.
good. That's good. Gandhi, when you host Survivor, how much Survivor will you tell the contestants to watch?
None.
None. Because the
I would
Gandhi
tell them
era
to
is
watch
going to
none.
be unlike the previous administration.
Correct. Don't watch Survivor. That's go into it open, ready to just do anything, ready
Yeah.
for anything.
Give me some twists
That's how
you're
you
going
should
to
go
throw
in.
at people when you take over.
Well, some of the twists I would do would be I would like to just switch two people on a tribe randomly, just
Wow.
out of nowhere.
And you'll just do it, or will it be just
I'll
like,
just do it.
yeah.
You know, I'll come out with a coin, flip a coin.
Mm-hmm. Like heads
Orange,
or tails.
one from orange, one from blue.
Yeah. And then you're
And
on
then
the
I
other
just
team.
pick them.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
What
Shit
about
like that?
What about the fans? They'll say, "Oh, this is rigged. This is not
I
fair."
don't give a fuck. You guys will like that shit
Mhm.
because it's you know, it's just another twist. It's
Yeah.
just another twist. It's another thing to make it exciting. Like
Mhm.
all these things in the show now are exciting, right?
Mhm.
So now we need more things because those
Make it
things
more
are gonna
exciting.
wear thin. So
Yeah.
now we're gonna do some other things. I mean, that would piss some fans off.
Oh yeah.
What? Ghandia just picked Roku from blue and Esmeralda from orange and switched them?
Yep.
For what? They didn't even do anything. But I bet you
I
they'll
know
be talking about that.
that you named one of the tribes Roku.
No, that was a guy's name.
Oh, Roku is the guy.
Yeah, Roku and Esmeralda.
Probably a nickname. It's probably a nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. His
Yeah.
name is Rokodamus. Roku for short. I think I watch too much Roku. I think that's what that is.
I thought maybe his name, they got that nickname of that he was maybe inviting people over to his house and making TV dinners for Roku and Chill. Got that nickname.
Yeah. That's what popped into my mind.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any other big twists for the game?
I also want the tribes to be able to not compete to give up something else. Like I want them to be able to trade for.
So you make a whole challenge, and then the tribes show up, and then one of the tribes could say, what do you have for us to not compete today?
It's something about giving up something for something.
Okay.
Right. So if we're not going to compete today,
what do you want? What do you want?
What do you want? I want them to give up something. Yeah, all their secrets. I want to be able to expose secret alliances at the drop of a hat to shake
Oh my
shit
God.
up. I want to be that one. I want to be that person to expose.
So you might play some footage.
Right.
Wow.
On some cheaters type shit. I want to do a little bit of some cheaters shit.
Because that is, because we've established that's gambling.
When they bring the iPad?
Yeah. So we
take a look at this.
One of the alliances are right now. If you want to see it, we could take you to it right now.
I can show it to you. Mm-hmm. But if you don't want to, deal's off the table.
Yeah.
It could provide you some information. It could provide you some key information before you go into tribal. Would you like to see the tape?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then be like, okay, I want to see it. Now we go to tribal. Esmeralda's mad as fuck because she saw Roku and she saw Roku and Rob over there talking shit.
Oh my God.
I just want to be more of a shit disturber.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I want to pop up on a tribe when they're just chilling. Mm-hmm. Be like, what the fuck y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then just do a mini challenge
right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And just do a mini challenge right there. See who wins. You know, give some individual rewards to people within the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick one person to eat this cheeseburger with.
Yeah.
But if you pick one person to eat this cheeseburger with, you have to eat the cheeseburgers in front of the rest of the tribe.
Wow.
You choose to have the cheeseburger alone, We take you off site to eat the cheeseburger.
Do it in private.
It's up to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
See where I'm going?
Ghandia.
Shit
I mean, it
disturbed me.
sounds so good.
So it's more like fucking with the social game more.
Yeah.
A little bit. I'd like to see that. I'd like to do that.
Would you be open to a role as a producer?
Yes.
Okay.
To work with Satan? Fuck yes. Who doesn't want to work with Satan?
I mean, he has his hands in so many things. I mean,
I'm sure he's a difficult guy to work with, but he's coming up with these great ideas.
Yes.
I want to get some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would. That would be dope. I think that would be super dope.
Okay. This was a question that came up from our great friend Bryce Isaiah. Have you ever had any interaction with Bryce, Survivor Bryce?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. You would love him.
Okay.
That he wanted to know what that idol paper smell like. What did you think about that when Daniel had that he thought he lost the paper and then he remembered, oh, it was in his underwear.
Ew.
And
I saw him pull it out. And I saw him pull it out of his whole nutsack.
Yeah.
That paper smells like from under cheese. You know, you know what it smells like. You know what it smells like. It's a very specific thing.
Got that.
Yikes.
But
that's only hiding places. That's only hiding places.
You don't have a lot.
Is it in their boobs for the ladies and in their bottom part? Everybody can hide some in the bottom, but oof. Yeah, he pulled that
like
paper out.
Bunny rabbit in the mailbox. You know that classic tale.
Right.
Scotty, do you have a winner pick for this season?
Ooh, let's see. I'm rooting for Bigfoot. I think it's gonna be Bigfoot.
Yeah.
He's like a young jacked Rupert.
Young jacked Rupert. Wow.
He reminds me of Rupert, but younger and more jacked. But he's got that
more shaved. Yeah,
he's got that uncanny like energy. He's he's a rock star.
Now, is that your head pick or your heart pick?
That's my head
favorite?
pick.
Yeah, okay.
That's my head pick.
Who's your favorite?
He's all around just a magnificent specimen.
Right.
Who's my other favorite? I'm gonna say Marianne. She's that lovable weirdo. She's just such a lovable weirdo. I just really love to. She's adorable, and I enjoy being annoyed by her antics and her goofy stories, and I feel like low key, like she would be like my friend, like we would be friends, and then my other friends would be like, "Why the fuck are you friends with that weird ass girl?" I'm like, "She cool, man. She cool." You know what I mean? And that host watched way more episodes of Survivor than me. So I have to give it to her. Yeah, I like Marianne. I like Marianne in the final. Definitely.
Yeah. Do you think she can say what needs to be said in front of the jury at the end?
Yeah, but she's going to always be so honest. And her undeniable honesty is something that you can't ignore it. You know, authenticity speaks a lot in this game. If you notice, genuineness, authenticity, that goes a long way with people, right? Unless you're a total liar and you're so good at it. You know, authenticity speaks volumes, and she can't help but being who she is. Yeah, well,
Ghandia, there's nobody that's more authentic than you.
Oh, thank you, Rob. Thank you so much.
Do you have any other things you want to say about Survivor 42?
This season, I don't know. We'll have to see what the future holds, but it's so exciting. The twists and turns are just amazing. But I think Roxroy can see the future with those glasses. So why don't we call him?
You like Roxroy's glasses or no?
I do not.
You do not.
I do not. He reminds me of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like back in the day when he first got those glasses.
Yeah.
They're so thick.
That's
They're
popular.
so
The
thick.
Winning Time is a big show right now.
Yes, it is. That's a great show.
Yeah.
Great show. But I am I'm so happy that all of these fuckery twists and turns are involved in this show. It really annoys me. It makes me happy. It surprises me. You know, it makes me go, what the fuck? It's just and there's so many personalities to make fun of. I just really love that.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad for casting. So.
Ghandia, are you watching anything else exciting on TV right now?
I am enthralled 100% with 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, yes, I know. We have to talk about 90 Day Fiance.
Oh my God. If you don't let me talk about 90 Day Fiance, you're gonna be depriving these
you're gonna come on when we do the reunion show. Do you want to come on for part 1 of the reunion show or part 2 of the reunion show?
I think we want to give the people what they want. So I could come on for 1 or 2 or both.
Oh, 1 or 2 or both. Okay, great.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Okay.
Because come on.
Sometimes I feel like with the 90 Day Fiance reunion show, I feel like they kind of like
overdo it. And I feel like they replay part of 1.
Yes.
Dude, why do they do that?
I don't know. And I kind of feel like that they kind of
cover
blow their, you know what, in the first one, and then the second one is kind of just.
Oh, look at Rob trying to edit yourself. I see you.
You do a good job. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like if you see part 1, you've seen it, everything.
Yeah.
So how about part 1 would be good.
Okay.
I just want to see the Mike Jimena, and I want to see Ben and Mahogany.
A lot to unpack.
A lot. I got a lot of luggage. I'm bringing all my luggage.
Yeah.
We're unpacking it all. Yeah.
Okay.
Really good.
And so, 90 Day Fiance. What else do you look at?
90 Day Fiance. Oh, I've really been involved in ridiculous reality relationship shows.
Yes.
And by ridiculous, I mean Love After Lockup.
Oh yeah. Well, Bryce is a big fan of that one.
Oof. It's the most ridiculous.
A lot like 90 Day Fiance. Yeah, I've watched it.
Totally is. Because you have these people that are so desperate to want to be loved, they will overlook some of the most obvious red flags.
There are no red flags on Love After
No red flags. In fact, I don't even think they see red. I think they're colorblind.
Yeah.
I don't even think flags exist. They don't even know how to spell flag. I don't even think they say words that sound like flask. They don't say words like that. They don't even, because there are no flags at all. The only objective is to be head over heels in love with this person.
Yeah.
That was really just locked up. That was just using you for a mark, like for real. And this is my favorite question. Well, how much money have you sent them? Well, I don't know.
Well,
just $20,000.
Yeah.
They be saying these amounts like, I lent Rob like $20. He needed some lunch or whatever. These motherfuckers be saying it like it's 20. You say $20,000 like it's $20.
And none of these people are ever like, moguls that they have like, all this money to spend. It's like these people are like already like in a
they are not rich. They are dirt broke.
Yeah.
Check poor. Like Soulja Boy with his chain. I really thought that Soulja Boy got that chain for himself.
No.
And that old white woman bought that chain for him and took it from him like she was his mama. Took that chain from him like he was on punishment.
Yeah. And the Xbox.
You can't. Okay.
Laptop.
Really sounds like me punishing my kids. Until you get your grades together, no Xbox, no chain. You can't buy love. Money cannot buy you love. And I feel like that's what these shows are doing. They're buying love from people that are so vulnerable, that need it, they're not going to say no to somebody paying their rent and sending them money, doing shit for them because they're broke.
Yeah.
They're in these countries, these third world countries. And I feel like, so you coming from America, one of the richest countries in the world, and you're preying on these people. I feel like these people are preying on them. So that's why I be laughing when it don't work out. Like Ben with his lazy eye ass sending 10 pages of text. She didn't answer any of it. Because you texted me like a weirdo. Who the fuck sends 10 pages of text
Yeah, lots
You're
of
sending so many texts, you're not giving me a chance to text you back. You weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's checked out. I think your eye has checked out. I think you have checked out, Ben.
Wow.
That's why you can't see that she really don't want to be your girlfriend, because you ain't got that other eye working.
Ghandia. Well, what else is there to say after that?
I hope everyone was pleased.
I
had a
hope
good
so.
time.
I hope so.
I made you laugh a couple times.
I mean,
I got a couple
yeah.
of these out of you.
I mean,
that's how you know Rob is weak, when he goes like this.
You've made me weak. Came in very strong. It's ready to go.
Show you right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have any questions for me, Ghandia?
Yeah. When are we gonna talk again?
And we're gonna talk about 90 Day Fiance in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So what's
What
up
else?
next for you?
What else? What do you think about my studio, Ghandia?
I love your studio. I love the pink and purple. You kind of look like a real professional studio like vlogger.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you got the hashtag survive up there. It looks cute. I like the design. I like it.
Thank you.
Real professional.
You said in our last FaceTime that I look like I was like some like a gamer.
Yes, a gamer. It still looks gamey, but it's I'll allow it. Yeah, it looks cute. It looks like a studio / it's cool. It's
we're trying
contemporary. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
Okay, Gandhi, working on it. Where can people check out everything that you're doing, Ghandia? You're prolific on Instagram.
Yes, I am very much on Instagram.
Yeah. Should I look at your Instagram and see everything you have going on right now?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I don't think.
I feel like your stories are just going many times a day.
Yes, I do like the stories. I do like to post the stories. I've been on the Ticks and Talks. I've been TikToking lately.
Are you
I like
TikTok
to
too?
talking. Yeah, I'm on TikTok.
What do you TikTok about?
I TikTok about I don't know, whatever I want to TikTok about. Lately it's been, my boyfriend says really nice things and then I feel all Twitter pated and then I'll make a goofy TikTok. That's basically what I've been doing lately.
Okay, I'm watching you did guess your age and then guess 28.
I know.
Yeah. Look at that.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. You got the filters going.
Yeah, I got a lot of filters. I really like the way that I look. And then sometimes I'll just do a goofy filter to make myself look crazy because just nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
A lot of
check out
selfie content.
What's your TikTok name?
Maybe it's something. Hold on, I don't remember. What is my TikTok name? Who am I on TikTok? One moment. Oh, Ghandia Johnson.
TikTok, but I don't need a lot of TikToks.
At Ghandia Johnson. I'm getting into it. It's just another outlet for me to be funny and make funny content. So.
Okay, I see you. I'll follow you. I'm one of your followers now. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
There's a whole 7 of us now.
I think you're so talented, and so I want to keep up with everything that you're doing. That you come on here, you make me cry laughing. People are so excited to hear from you this week.
I'm so glad. Yes, it's really blossoming. I love how our reality dish sessions are blossoming into something. I like the content that we talk about. I'm a diehard Survivor fan, nerd to my core. I just happen
one step below Marianne.
Yes, girl, I can't compete with Marianne.
No.
Marianne she's the GOAT. Shit, I'll serve in her court. That's how.
And maybe one day that premonition is going to come true. That Jeff Probst is going to announce you are taking over for him as host of Survivor.
He's sitting at home right now in his underwear, eating some chicken legs, talking about, bitch, no way. Survivor's mine forever.
And me are just going to be like looking at each other like, what?
I would love that. And how much would that shake the world? They hire a black woman to be the host of that show.
People would love it. Maybe looking.
Let's go.
Maybe
I'm
I'm talking to
ready.
the next host of Survivor.
Man,
Yeah.
come on. I'll be like the Samuel L. Jackson of Survivor.
How will you be like the Samuel L. Jackson of Survivor? Because you'll
Because I
say the
got
F word so
discovered when
much?
I was older, and I'll do a lot of yelling.
Yeah.
Like if everybody's chatter, I'll be like, "Shut up! You that tribe, switch right now." But I don't care. Everybody, shut up.
Well, have you watched Beyond the Edge, Ghandia?
No, is that the celebrity one?
Yes. It's on After Survivor.
Oh, I have not watched that. Maybe I need to check that out. Then we're gonna talk about that because you know
talk about that. I podcast about that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll watch it. I'll check it out.
All right. Next for me, I got a podcast for the patrons only, talking about the Survivor Academy. I talked to people about what they should do when they go on Survivor.
Ooh.
Okay. Patrons only. David Bloomberg and Jessica Lewis will join us for that one. Be sure to check out my recap with Kim Spradlin, and of course, my exit interview with Jenny this week. And make sure you're subscribed to everything else we're doing on Rob's podcast at robisawebsite.com/subscribe. Ghandia, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.